Good evening and welcome to another edition of Rarer Hot Wheels. And now that I've recovered from having to go outdoors to film my last episode from the Hillside Brewery Supercar and Classic Car meet, we're back in the studio again. Studio? Okay, man cave. And we're going to take a look at some more of my boot finds. In fact, in this case, it will be the last of my boot finds from the 21st of April. Yes, I know it's going back a wee bit, but I did pick up quite a lot there. And most of them are race cars, fantasy and realish as Hot Wheels and other diecast brands go. So let's get on and have a look at them. Right, first up is this Datsun 240Z, designed by Phil Rahman from the 2007 Hot Wheels Racing Series. Now, I covered one of these a couple of weeks ago on the card, and it is a really cracking little casting. Again, it's one of those castings with the dark blue that has a really good gloss about it. And again, as I said before, this looks particularly good on the huge rims. Next, from 2008, we have one of Larry Wood's finest, the 57 Chevy Bel Air, in a pearlescent white, and looks rather cool for it with the red chrome wheels on it. Now, strangely underneath, this car actually just says 57 Chevy, which sort of kind of confused me with the one of the earlier castings, which looks nothing like this. But it is quite a cool car. The hood opens, revealing a reasonably detailed engine, and it's from the 2008 Engine Revealer series. One odd thing, it does seem to have a low production symbol on the door. I'm not sure if that is to indicate it's from a different set, because it's not actually a treasure hunt, as far as I know anyway. Anyway, yep, cool car. This next one from Jun Imai definitely is a treasure hunt. From 2013, the Hot Wheels Racing Trek Aces series. And it's a green Kilpin Racing Circle Trucker. And that is quite a nice car. I've got a couple of these around. This one, as you know, was picked up at a boot sale. And it's a shame it doesn't have rail riders on it, because I think they would really suit it. But there we go, we've got the Circle Flame emblem down on the front fenders, just above the side skirts. And this car was originally introduced in 2011. This next one from 2008 is kind of a fantasy race car, and is called a Mach 5. Now, there is kind of a history behind this. It goes right back into the early 70s in the Redline days with a car called Second Wind. And I don't know who designed this version of the car, but this was a one-year production, 2008 only, and represents a car from the movie Speed Racer and also the 1960s series TV series Speed Racer. Now, the history of the car goes something along the lines of: back in '76, Mattel was working on a prototype for the Mach 5 car from the Speed Racer TV series from the 60s. However, the copyright holders to the movie and also the build of the Mach 5 car wouldn't allow the car to be reproduced. So Larry Wood and Mattel reworked the shape of the car just a little bit. They managed to bring out the car called the Second Wind. That lasted through till 2011 as Second Wind, and in 2008 only as the Mach 5. This next one I know absolutely nothing about. It doesn't appear to have any make or branding on the bottom other than the word China. I guess it's not made of China, so that's where it must have been made. But it's a prime target racing truck, which seems to be loosely based on a Dodge truck of some description. It looks like it's one of the NASCAR trucks, but I'm not sure beyond that. No idea who made it, but it does look like it's a pretty close, or at least a tried copy of Circle Trucker from Mattel and the Hot Wheels range. But nonetheless, it's still a good looking little model. Next we have this rather battered and grubby BMW 5 Series from Matchbox. This BMW 5 Series model ran from 1989 through to 1994, I believe, and this particular one debuted in 1991, featuring the Fina stroke BMW Racing number 31 race car. However, on this example, the Fina tampo on the hood has actually worn off. Strange really, because the rest of the car, the tampos are actually in quite good condition considering the chipped nature of the paint. From the 2008 new models, we have this Larry Wood designed Corvette Grand Sport, and in rather a fetching shade of red. There were another couple of colours available in this initial year of production, and I believe they were dark blue and black. But I say in red with the PR5 wheels on it, it looks really good. Yes, it's a little bit battered, but it's a nice model nonetheless. Well done, Larry Wood. Right, now dropping back almost a quarter of a century to 1995, we have this Sol-Aire CX04 from the, I'm guessing, the late days of the Blackwalls. Now this is a retooled version of the casting and features 7-spoke wheels, which makes it a mainline from 95, but also made appearances in the Hot Wheels Racing 5-packs. It was designed by Larry Wood once again. He does quite a lot for Hot Wheels, and has done and still does, and was originally introduced in its original form in 84 through to 89, and then retooled in 89, where it ran through till 2011. And finally we head over to the Cars franchise to have a look at Darrell Cartrip, who is a Mel 1977 Chevy Monte Carlo. And this particular vehicle, if you've seen the film, is the racing announcer and commentator for the Sports Network. Now, the car in the film was voiced by the one and only Darrell Cartrip, and he plays a really good part, but this casting is actually really good. I'm not one for gimmicky things, to be fair, but the metal flake on this thing sparkles like a good one when the car's turning. I hope you can see it in the video. And the wheels with the Lightyear tyres on it look really cool. I just wonder if the dwstore.com web address on the back of it actually leads to somewhere. I'm not entirely sure what year this version of the model came out, but I do like it a lot. Anyway folks, that's all for this time, and I'll be back soon with a few more carded cars, and this time we're going to have a look at some muscle machines from, not as in muscle machines, the big things, I've got those as well, but some muscle cars covering maybe 10 or 12 years of Hot Wheels production. So see you soon, and thanks for watching.